So this is the final evil nurse look that I did for you guys, and in this tutorial I will be showing you guys how to make the prosthetics and how to apply a makeup like this to accomplish this creepy, scary look. Hey guys, now it's time for the application process. So once I get all of these stitches applied, I'm not going to be able to talk anymore. So I am going to have to do a voiceover for this video, and I am so sorry because I absolutely hate doing voiceovers. I know they're annoying to hear, but once I get this applied to my mouth, I'm not going to be able to talk anymore. So I am going to have to do a voiceover for this look, and I do want to apologize first and foremost that I'm going to have to do one. But I promise you'll enjoy the look after it's completed. So first I want to start off with taking one of these Swisspers wedges. I absolutely love these, and they're really easy to use and they're disposable, so you can throw it away as soon as you're done with the look, and it's really, really cheap. So I am using the Craftobian liquid latex, and I just poured it into a small cup. This is just a perfume lid that I had sitting around, but it's the perfect size for me to dip the little Swisper that I have into it, and I can throw this away when I'm done. And since it's also hard plastic, once the latex dries, I can just peel it out and then just reuse it. So it's super, super easy. So first what we're gonna do is we're gonna dip the little Swisper into the latex, wipe off all of your excess so it doesn't run, and then you're going to apply it where you want the stitches to go. So I want mine along my collarbone. We are going to be doing a nurse outfit as body paint, but I want to start with this first and then paint around it. I'm going with kind of an autopsy feel for this, since it's ironic that I'm going to be a nurse. And this will just give you that raised, irritated skin look, because usually if your skin has been cut, it's gonna be a little irritated. Not so much if you're dead, but we're going for an undead look, so this is what we're gonna go with. We're just going to apply it on top of the latex that we just laid down. And you're going to want to do several layers of this so you can actually peel it up and cut it so where you have that open skin look. So once that's on there, you want to go back over with your latex. You want to apply a little bit more of a generous amount of latex so your cotton doesn't stick to it. If it does, I mean, you're going to apply multiple layers, so it's not a huge deal. And this is a really easy way to make prosthetics, so if you don't want to just commit to the latex, if you want something that's a little bit more risen and you don't want to do a million layers of latex, then this is what I would suggest to do. Now if you are going for an autopsy look and you're not painting clothes on, I would suggest extending this out. But since we are painting on a nurse's outfit, I can't really do that. I also have sculpting tools that I'm going to use to help smooth this out. Because you'll have some excess latex and you want it to look about as similar to skin as you can get it. And all that excess cotton you want to try to push down into a solid cut shape, because you want it to look about as clean as you can get it, because we are going for an autopsy look. And I'm only going to show you this prosthetic. I may show you one on my face, but I want to save you guys the length of this video because it will get pretty long if you watch me do all of these prosthetics. But you're going to follow the same process for each one. So if I don't show you all of them, all you have to do is just follow the same guideline. My favorite part of this whole process is actually making the prosthetics. after you get done with your first set of latex on your palette knife, just make sure you take it off, because if you touch any of your dry latex with this, it'll just pull it off. And you want to use the palette knife to smooth it out, but it also helps adhere the next layer to the last one by pushing down that wet latex into the last one you just made. Otherwise, you could have some issues with your layers separating. Make sure you get a good layer around the whole thing, just in case you missed any edges, and then you can go back in and smooth it out. Okay, so for this portion, going in with a translucent powder, I am using the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Translucent Powder. It's a finishing powder, and I'm just gonna apply this over the one that's already dry, because I don't want it to stick to itself when I go to cut it. I'm just using the sculpting tool just to peel away some of this latex from my skin so I can cut it. Be very careful when you're doing this. As you can see, I cut it away from my skin and there's no latex there. It's just the skin. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a test run of what I'm going to be doing under this, so I can give you guys an idea, like I said, because I'm not going to be able to talk in this video once I get my face applied. So, okay, so first, I'm going to go in with one with a dark orange. Also for the skin, so I mixed together a little bit of this Bayron cream. It's a cream makeup. I mixed the green together with a very fair, this is the matte poreless, who is it by? By Maybelline. So it's the matte poreless Fit Me by Maybelline. And I mixed it together with this green to kind of get like this off green kind of skin tone. I'm going to be applying all over my face and my neck. Just taking a blending sponge. Get that weird like green opaque color. Normally I would use body paint for this, but I wanted to kind of get more of a natural look to it. Body paint can look natural, but I've found that I have a hard time using greens and whites. So just mixing this together. So now that we have our green painted, I'm going to go in with a black, just using my full exposure palette like I always do. And we are going to just apply it into these cuts, preferably like underneath the actual cuts themselves, so you can get some shadow. Up in the corners. So for the insides of the cuts, I did color them with a black eyeshadow, but I want more of a darker feel to it. So I'm going with the Mayron Black body paint. I swear by these body paints, they're so good. We're just gonna paint the inside of it black. And kind of brush over the top of it. Like I said, we're gonna go back over this with a lot of blood, but I want the majority of it to be dark and kind of a dead feel to it. I'm gonna go in with this, so I have this Mayron coagulated blood gel. Throw in some coagulated blood. Alright, so now that's done, we are going to use the Mayron Squirt Blood just to give this more of a added touch. Now that looks gruesome enough, we're going to go back in and we're going to do the same stuff. That looks gross. Should have waited to add the blood until after, but I didn't. Just got too overzealous. I'm gonna go back in with this black eyeshadow. So we're doing the same process that we did in the last couple of pieces that I made, but you're going to take shorter pieces, shorter and thinner pieces of cotton. We're going to crisscross it over our mouth like that. I'm going to paint these in my hand because I want them to stick as soon as I put it on. I don't want to try to deal with that with latex that close to my lips. I'm gonna roll them so they're thin too. So now that I'm done creating the prosthetics, I'm going to go back in with that green tinted foundation and apply it to the rest of my face and the prosthetics that I just made. I'm also applying this same foundation to my neck, my chest, and my arms. Now that I'm finished with the application of the foundation, I am using the Mayron white body paint just to start the nurse costume. So I cut out the majority of the application of the white body paint, but it's only because I had to apply multiple layers of this paint just to get a solid color. So the next part that I did, I just decided to contour and add some more dimension and shading and a couple of like dirty spots with a dark green and a black shade just to give the character more dimension. Then I went back in with the Mayron black body paint and painted the stitches that I applied to my face. I applied a bright red eyeshadow to my eyes, as well as a black and I didn't want this to look perfect, so I blended this out with my finger. Now it's time to detail the nurse costume. So I'm just taking a black eyeshadow and tracing out the design that I want for the collar of the costume, and just giving it enough definition to look like a shadow. And I'm also going to do this underneath the costume where it meets my skin. Now I'm just going in with the Mayron red body paint. I'm using this to paint the red crosses, the outline of the collar, and my sleeves. Now I'm going back in with the Mayron coagulated blood and just doing the same process that I showed you earlier in the video by applying it to the middle of the cuts. And then we're also going in with the squirt blood by Mayron as well and applying it to those same cuts to allow the dripping blood effect. And for an added effect, because why not, I covered my hand in coagulated blood, put a huge handprint on my shoulder, and smeared it down my arms. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, feel free to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.